Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going to take a look at Temur Battlecrier. We haven't played this deck in a couple of sets, I think, so it's cool to bring this back one more time, and partly because there is a new card that actually fits pretty well in here that we want to give some time to. So starting at the top, there are a couple of Into the Flood Maw because, well, just being able to bounce some things is good. We have almost no defense. This is one of the few things. We are doing a full set of Land of Werewolves and Spider Manifestation because getting that extra mana is good. There's a couple copies of Hex Magic, and this is the new card that could keep you from stumbling when you're in the mid combo, right? Like you just get rid of some cards, you get to refresh your hand, especially where this deck is able to cast this for one, and you might already have 4 or 5 cards in hand. This could be a game changer, so we'll see. We do have one formidable speaker that can let us go find, most likely, either Battlecrier or the Lava Leaper if we're just trying to get a big attack in. Outcaster Trailblazer, another card that mid-combo just lets you keep drawing cards. Of course, Temur Battlecry, if you don't know what it is, during your turn, spells cost 1 less for each creature you control with power 4 or greater. So you get 1 or 2 of these out, and a bunch of your stuff costs 1 or 2 mana. The Lava Leaper is actually pretty good. You generally only want to play it, though, whenever you're able to try to go for the win. But it is a 4-mana 4/4. All creatures have haste. And then if a player taps a basic land for mana, that player adds extra mana. Like, it could help us, but we got to be careful to not let this benefit the opponent. There's a couple of interdimensional Web Watch. This is something that's been popping up in Temur Battlecrier lists for a minute, so not a surprise that we're seeing this here. It does give you access to more cards, and sometimes you can play it for free mid-combo. Quantum Riddler. This card's still good. Just draw cards on the cheap for 1 blue mana, right? Why not? Michelangelo's Technique, this can let us go find some creatures for 1 mana if we're trying to keep the combo going, so obviously makes sense in here. 1 Railway Brawler, this is another way that we can try to pseudo-combo. If we don't find the pieces or something gets exiled, we just like, alright, we'll just play big creatures and then attack with haste. We do have Meringue River Regent that can bounce some things, and then a full set of Devastating Onslaught, which if you onslaught even for 2 with the Railway Brawler, a lot of times that's just going to be enough to win. Meringue River Regent to pick up everything your opponent has. You know, just any combination of things is going to be enough if you get this for 2 or 3 in a lot of cases. But yeah, quick reminder, go buy your Magic cards over at Tales of Adventure. It's TOAMagic.com. Why? Because you can use my code DRAGON, which is right there on the screen, DRAGN. Save yourself 5% on whatever you buy there. But for now, let's go see if Battlecrier, with a couple of new pieces, works well in the new meta. Yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, we could just draw cards with Quantum Riddlers, I guess. Hey, the Land of Werewolves didn't die instantly. That's always a small victory, right? Ravenous Robots. We don't like Ravenous Robots. Let's draw us a card. Mostly digging for lands, but yeah, that ain't gonna cut it. Okay, we're in bad shape. Kept a questionable hand, and now we're having to pay the price. There's the robots back again. Alright, we found some red mana. But what the hell do we do with it? We might just be on Hex Magic. I don't think that's great, but it might be the correct answer. God, don't love this, but gotta do what we gotta do. Alright, we found another Llanowar Elf. But nothing to go with it. I mean, I guess if they don't get rid of our elves, we could land in River Regent. So that's something. Oh, they're going to get rid of an elf. That would hurt. All right. What do we got? Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Dang it. We're going to be in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. How do we survive this? I mean, I guess we could play a land in Michelangelo's Technique and then hope we can go off somehow. Because just playing a Quantum Riddler to get a card doesn't feel like enough. So, all right, let's try it. And just see if we don't die next turn. All right, that's reasonable. Is there an Atlanta World fighting out there? Nah, that would have been nice. Okay, I mean, we can play Trailblazer into Quantum Riddler and then hope for the best. And that's assuming they don't have removal for a Battlecrier. But they took damage for their land, which is usually a bad sign for us, right? It means they already have a plan for it. Well, else why would you take damage? Okay, Dousing Device, sure. That's not super scary, I guess. Yet. What this does mean, though... Oh. What is this attack about? So we take 5, go to 7? Okay. I mean, I'm going to assume their hand just doesn't have anything, because why else would you make that attack? Okay, let's say we play Battlecrier. Then we'll have 1 mana to play the Trailblazer, which could get us a blue mana. I think we have to do this anyway, right? Just to have creatures across the board. And we'll still have a breeding pool available. Get a blue mana. If we play the breeding pool first, we'll get 2 cards off of this. So going to 4 is kind of scary, but I think necessary somewhat. Okay. We can Michelangelo's technique. See if we can find some 4 power things. Okay, there's some. All right. Are we still cooking? Hey, opponent scooped. All right. Wow, that's crazy. There would have been a situation there where we could have maybe... We were going to draw 2 cards, get 2 mana. I probably would have chosen green and red, just in case we find the Devastating Onslaught, then just copy a bunch of Trailblazers and go for it. But man, that was cool. We were up against it and actually might have found a way out of that one. So that's kind of nice. Okay, yeah, we got to keep this, right? We do have an early Hex Magic. I don't think we're doing anything with it, though. Ah, dang it. All right, well, here's what we're going to do. Let's tap, play the Spider Manifestation, and let's go and just use into the Flood Maw to bounce the Llanowar Elf. Then they'll replay a Llanowar Elf and pass. And what do we do with this much mana? Probably not much of anything. I assume we're just going to put away the Trailblazer till next turn. And then attack, because why not? All right. Opponent takes 2. This is an Ouroboros turn. No, we really wanted that. Ah. Can we get an untapped land? We can't. Darn it. Because the best thing we could have done is play Trailblazer, then copy the Trailblazer twice, so we could have drawn a bunch of... Oh, we can do that anyway, though, because Trailblazer makes a mana. Never mind. I was thinking I was going to spend a mana on the Llanowar Elf, but we don't. All right, so we do this Onslaught for 2. Not the way you really want to use it, but we do get a lot of mana. Get to draw some cards. Ugh, not the most helpful. We're only going to have 2 mana left, right? So we get green. Man, if we had a third... I guess we haven't played a land yet, though, right? So... We could get red and then use Hex Magic. Little dicey, if we want to do that. But let's just do it and see what happens. I mean, we get access to all those cards next turn. Man, we still did not find a Temur Battlecrier. Oh, no. Okay. I mean, worst case scenario, we look like we should at least be able to Meringue River Regent. So that's something. God, but casting a Michelangelo's Technique feels like it could be so good. No, 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 no. You're supposed to get rid of my Battlecry or Trailblazer opponent. Okay, well, we play Battlecrier. Then what? Well, no matter what, I think we gotta play the Battlecrier. Draw us a card. Ooh, then we get a devastating onslaught. I should have left a red mana open. Damn, that sucks. That sucks a lot. All right, here's what we're going to do then. And then just cast Meringue River Regents. Oh, I don't have enough. I don't have enough. Don't have enough. Don't have enough for a technique. Actually, if I attack, I could return the Trailblazer. And then the sneak is an alternate cost. Yeah. All right, let's attack. Can I not? Oh, because it's not in my hand. I have to use this one. Wow, okay. Can I not? You can't pay the alternate costs. Well, that's a terrible thing to have to know. Oh, does it let me now? Oh, I guess they hadn't blocked yet. Okay, well that makes more sense. Yeah. Sneak. All right, what do we got? Don't want to play the Lava Leaper. What if we go Outcast Trailblazer? Formidable Speaker? Just to have more toughness? Because that is 6 costs. Alright. And then I get a green mana. I could play the Outcast Trailblazer again. Oh, I gotta search first. Let's get rid of Breeding Pool. And go get a Meringue River Regents. Because we're going to lose the other one. Get green. Woo. Play Trailblazer. Oh, we're still in the attack step, so I don't get that mana. Never mind. Oh, I did that. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I'd still rather have it on the battlefield for next turn anyway. Okay, I was thinking they might have a land into something like Random Encounter or something of that nature. Okay, let's Outcast Trailblazer. Likely getting just a blue mana here. And I'm going to go ahead and use that blue mana to return a Llanowar. And play a... Actually, you may wait on the land. Alright, so opponent's at 10. We just need to make however many copies just to win here. So let's just go and go searching. Wow, we bricked? Oh, no. Oh, how awful is that? Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I could make 1, 2 copies of Trailblazers. Gosh dang, that's crazy. Alright. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yeah. Alright, we win anyway there. Yeah, sorry that took a minute. I got confused as to when the sneak was triggering. I thought they hadn't blocked at that one point, and it just hadn't triggered yet. So I thought I was playing a card wrong. But yeah, a little bit weird. We didn't draw well, but still were able to get out of trouble. So we'll take it. Yeah, we're keeping this. Though this is a little tough, right? Because if we don't just naturally draw the Temur Battlecrier, we're going to be telegraphing like, hey, look what deck we're playing. There's a Bruce Banner. All right, does our Lana Werewolf live? That's kind of step one in all of this. Okay, on Human. So this is some type of... Oh. Nope. I was thinking it was some type of Heroes deck, but we were wrong. Oh, if opponent attacked there, we were definitely not going to block. All right, let's go ahead and get a Battlecrier. Getting rid of... Pay 3 for a Battlecrier. Really can't do much else, though, next turn. Except for maybe... Nope, that wouldn't be it either. I guess get rid of Quantum Riddler? And I actually might just play the Interdimensional Webwatch first. And give us an opportunity to get a couple of cards set up that maybe we could play alongside the Battlecrier when the time comes. Alright. I'm playing another Badger Mole Cub. Is their plan going to be just flip Bruce Banner the hard way? Oh, we're going to draw and discard. Yep. Oh, you don't even draw and discard. You just draw. Okay. We found a land. I don't think the land necessarily does much. So let's go with Webwatch first. Okay. All right. That's not a bad card to find. Because Webwatch gives you 2 mana to play to pay the cost of the exiled cards. All right. Is this a Bruce Banner? Oh, this is an Iron Man. What? All right. Does Iron Man have haste? He does indeed have haste. There's no artifacts for him, though, so that's good. All right. Well, they found one. That's exciting. What's this say? If it's the first combat phase, untap it. There's an additional combat phase. All right. Well, I guess we block what we can. Yeah. I guess you got it. All right. Well, that's a way to die. Ooh, easy mulligan. I was gonna say, no mana creatures, no nothing there. Probably that. I'm gonna put back the Hex Magic. I don't think I want to put the Railway Brawler there. And then this is an interesting situation because the Lana Werewolf doesn't die. I was gonna say, which it very well could have, but it didn't. We're gonna go ahead and plot Trailblazer. Ooh, we may be plotting multiple Trailblazers. I was thinking we might plot the Railway Brawler. Put the Multiversal Passage on red. And then we'll just plot a bunch of things. And then we'll be in this weird scenario where the opponent's probably going to be waiting to counter stuff. But, you know, you got to play that game, I guess. So I'm wondering if our first cast is going to be Brawler into a Trailblazer into maybe another Trailblazer. And then try to get tricky with Devastating Onslaught. I mean, at some point, you're going to get rid of my Lana Werewolf, right? Just to not allow us to have shenanigans available. Because that's what I would do. Yeah, I was going to say, you're just letting it sit here this whole time. All right. I have to assume they counter or destroy in some way the Railway Brawler. Because nothing else would make sense. You know what, though? Oh, this gets really interesting. So let's attempt the Brawler. See what kind of counters you got. You're going to let that happen, huh? You just with your whole chest just said that's okay. All right, fair enough. Sure. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll auto pay and have another one. Oh, now they're gonna go after Railway Brawler. Yeah, that's fine. Still fits our plan in general. So we'll get green or blue and then get red from the starting town. So get green from the first one. We'll play the second Trailblazer. Draw a card. Get a blue mana. Though we hadn't played a land yet, so this works out great. Now we'll play a Battlecrier. Draw 2 more cards. And the opponent gives up. Nice. Yeah, our plan there was just going to be to play a land, assuming we find nothing else relevant. Copy one of the Trailblazers, draw 2 more cards, then get 1 more mana, see if maybe we could work from there. And then if not, we're just set up and the opponent has to find a way to deal with all of our stuff. But hey, getting a win against Lessons, I'm not going to complain about that at all. Hey, just a quick interruption, y'all. Just would like to ask you, if you haven't clicked subscribe yet, it'd be really cool if you did. And even better if you click the like button and hype it if you're watching it on mobile. But our biggest deal is we're trying to get to 50K before the end of the year. I'd like to do it before GTA 6, but it's probably not going to happen. But yeah, like, subscribe, do all the fun stuff. Really appreciate it. Thanks. Easy mulligan with just 1 land. This one we can keep. I'm going to put away the Onslaught, because I have a feeling we might just be losing creatures left and right in this game. Oh, well, we're going to be on a pretty serious clock, unfortunately. Yeah. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? All right. That didn't get crazy bad yet, so that's good. Let's play the Sanctum. Let's go ahead and plot a Trailblazer. Maybe we could get lucky and draw another Trailblazer? Oh, wait, yeah. Well, now we're just going to be dead. Yeah, and we got to take... Well, I guess we don't have to take 2. We got to take at least 1. All right. Play Outcaster Trailblazer. Get some color. I guess red. I don't even know if... I was going to say, if we drew another Trailblazer, if it would even matter. We can play a land, play Technique. Oh, wait, can we not play? Oh, we needed... It costs 3. It was showing the reduced cost because of the 2 creatures we had. Yeah, all right. We're dead. We didn't do anything that game. All right. Let's keep it. There's going to be a lot to talk about at the end of the video on this deck, though. This should be kind of fun. Let's just play a Sanctum. Minimize our damage here. I don't think we need to take 1. We may not even need to take 1 next turn if we don't really want to. Let's... we still can only play 1 spell no matter what we do. I mean, I guess we could Manifestation and Quantum Riddler. Oh, wait. Actually, if we Riddler, we get to untap. You know, I don't hate that. Let's go ahead and warp a Riddler. All right, just kind of wanted to get a look at what else we were working with there. Let's go ahead and plot an Outcaster Trailblazer. Opponent hasn't played a card yet, so we have no idea what's going on other than just Naya colors. I almost feel like we need to figure out what they're doing, so just force them into a play. They obviously have some type of removal. If it's get lost or something, so be it. They'll get rid of her Quantum Riddler here. And I think we'd be fine with that. Not gonna attack in case there's some weird flash creature. Nope. Just, oh, it's United Battlefront. What? I thought it was gonna be like Day of Judgment or something. Well, that's intriguing. What are we gonna be staring at? 2 removal spells. Okay. Works for me, I guess. This is like Naya control. Definitely not what we expected to see, but, you know, I guess we're here for it. Pass a turn. Another Battlefront. I'm going to guess you're probably going to go get something else that gets rid of creatures. Yeah. All right. Interesting. So we do have the door open to combo if we can find the parts. That was technically not one of them, but it also wasn't not one of them. So let's try the Web Watch first. That still leaves us 3 mana. We could find a land here potentially. Nope. Oh, but we did find a Meringue River Regent. Does that do anything for... I mean, they just have to recast all their stuff. I don't think that really does anything. If we play Trailblazer, like, nothing really happens there. 2, 3, 4, 5. So I wouldn't even have enough mana. I'd have to play Trailblazer first. I don't think I really want to do that. So let's just... Man, I don't even know what we want to do. This is tough, actually. Because their deck just feels like a control pile of some kind, so I'm anticipating that there will be some type of sweepers or some such. So yeah, I think I'm just going to attack. And I can't think of a reason to do anything else under the circumstances. I could have, like, plotted a Trailblazer, but I think I just want to draw cards with the River Regent. And then just see what the opponent does. I mean, they used 2 Battlefronts. Alright. Yeah, so this literally is just a token control deck. Using Battlefront to go get all those enchantments or whatever. Yeah, that's fine. So I'm going to assume they do have sweepers. But we're also under no pressure for another turn or two, barring something crazy, some techie card they're playing. So I think we just take our time. I don't think we would need 2 techniques, right? And if we want mana during their end step, we could also bounce something if necessary. Let's go ahead and plot another Trailblazer. Let's take 2. Is this for anything that's exiled? Spend this mana to cast spells from exile. Yeah, so that works. Would you like to destroy our Quantum Riddler? Looks like the answer is no. I'm going to use this mana to go ahead and play the Llanowar Elf. And then we'll just end the turn. This is setting ourselves up to just have a bunch of ways to draw cards, find what we need, you know. No need to get too crazy. Caretaker's Talent, you got it. Yep, draw a card. Yeah, I don't think this deck has a way to really interact with us, except for maybe some Get Lost or some such. So, I think we're mostly okay. They're leaving up. I guess they could have Aang's Iceberg or something too. All right, copy a token. This costs 4 to do the other thing. Yeah, so they're not going to tap out. Let's go ahead and get a creature back. I'm giving them a card, taking a chance, I think. No point in bouncing the Aang's Iceberg because they just use it again if they don't already have one. Okay. So Trailblazer into Trailblazer. All right, well, let's just start and see what happens. We kind of have to do it all at once. So let's go green. Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, we knew they had at least one, so no surprises there. That just kind of is what it is. Go blue. Then we'll use 2. And we'll get to untap our manifestation. Draw a card. Still not what we're looking for. There you go. That's the card we're looking for. Now we can cook a little bit. Excellent. Cast a Trailblazer. Get a card. Get a blue mana. Tap this guy for green. That would be blue, blue. Leave a green up. We can actually, let's just Michelangelo's technique first. Well, Meringue River Regent. Is that all we can really get? Wow. I thought that was going to be way more eventful. I mean, we get a couple of cards, so that's nice, but let's bounce. I don't know if it matters. We bounce Riddler, we get a card, get 2 cards. So I want to do that for sure. And then I guess get rid of this. I don't know. Sure. Which I guess we get 3 cards? Because we get 1 from the Riddler, 1 from Trailblazer, 1 from Trailblazer. Wow. Okay, there we go. That's all we needed. Now we're solid gold. I was just like, come on, man. We got to get there, right? Opponent's tapped at 21. And currently we can Devastating Onslaught for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. 11 mana. So I get us 5 copies? Yeah, we're good. All right. So let's just do this for 5. Copying. We don't really even need cards. I guess we could copy Meringue River Regents. That'd just be funny. Let's do that. And we bounce and bounce. Then we bounce and bounce. Then we bounce and bounce. Oh, wait. There we go. And then we'll get the last one. All right. Oh, then we just are targeting the same things again because we have so many things. All right. And then we'll just attack for 1,000,000 with our stack of Meringue River Regents. This was crazy. Yep. All right. Go attacking. That's 32. Nice. We'll take it. Yeah, I think as long as we were in a scenario where losing 1 creature didn't cost us the game, I think we were pretty good. I think we still could have been in a tougher spot had the opponent kept their removal for the Battlecrier. Granted, we would have still had a bunch of other stuff that we could have dug through the deck with or whatever, but it would have been harder to go off that turn. So we might have had to conserve cards to try to do it the next turn in case they had a board sweeper or something. But yeah, we basically had to remove everything the opponent had and still take them down from 21. So good finish to that one. You know what? Let's try it. I'm not sure this is worth keeping, but we at least have into the Flood Maw, try to slow them down. And we'll just see where it goes. Probably not super positive, right? Right now, I'd really like to just draw our Spider Manifestation. Personally. I think that would be better. Whoa! The opponent did not have another land. Wow. Okay. Well, that's a thing to note. So do we just plot Trailblazer and then try to go for it in 2 turns? I mean, we may not have a ton of time if they're going to be coming at us with Frenzied Balos and whatnot, but you know what? Let's see where this leads. All right, Chocobo, you find a land finally? They did not. All right, so we're at 12. Now, let's say they do find, let's say it's a fetch land, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we'd be at 5. I'm just trying to decide how much damage can we afford to take over the next couple of turns. Let's go ahead and just play the... Actually, if we play Outcast Trailblazer now, we get him in, we could Hex Magic. Yeah, that's probably smarter. All right, let's just play Trailblazer. Get red, I suppose. Play a Battlecrier. Get a card. Ooh. Well, that kind of changes things a little bit. Damn. Wasn't expecting to draw that. I guess it doesn't matter. We're set up to block anyway here. So let's just play the Stomping Grounds tapped. Play the Hex Magic. We know we have access to at least one Battlecrier. Okay, that's actually pretty good. So now we just need fight spells to not ruin our life, basically. Bristly Bill is not one to ruin our life. Yeah, we'll just take the 3. We should be good to go, right? Get a card. Play the Breeding Pool. Play Trailblazer. Draw a card. Get a red mana. I guess it doesn't matter. Maybe a blue mana. Or I could just get green and then we Technique. Yeah, that's probably smarter. And, ooh, we found a Lava Leaper. And, yeah, that'll work. Get another couple cards. Play, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can do Devastating Onslaught for 2. Target a Trailblazer. Oh, crap. We could have done it for 3. I wasn't even counting the other mana. Dang it. Ah, well. We're probably fine anyway. Lava Leaper gives everybody haste. I totally forgot. Let's go green and blue just so we have access to them if we need them. But we have another Technique. We should be good, right? Battlecrier, Manifestation. We have all the mana we should want. Hey, look. Guess what we found? More things. Actually, what are we doing? Let's just get this out of the way. Let's play Big Meringue River Regent. Tap for green. Tap for red. That should do it, right? Because at this point, there's nothing else. Everybody's got haste from the Lava Leaper. So it's 4, 8, 10. Yeah. Now we're just going to play things just to play them and get them out of our hand. Llanowar Elf. Just to use up the mana. Another Spider Manifestation. Alright, that's plenty. Let's just attack. That'll get the job done. Cool. Good stuff. Yeah, this game was a little weird because the opponent kept a one-lander with the Llanowar Elf, and I guess they just figured they had Chocobos in the Frenzied Baloth. Like, we could have played a more aggressive turn just to block their things, but once we realized we weren't under duress, we could just take our time and set it up. But that's one of those ones where, like, you got the win, but we mostly just showed off doing a combo more than anything else because the opponent just kept a bad hand. Yeah, so interestingly enough, some variations of this deck have been making the rounds a little bit through some of the Japanese tournaments, and not really a surprise. Like, this is actually still very good. I think we were 6-3 overall with this one, so hard to complain. Now, we didn't really get to go against any of the, like, mono blue spell elementals, just play a bunch of counters decks. I think that would be interesting and kind of difficult, but we did just kind of outright beat Lessons deck, right, which was pretty cool. So yeah, we were able to play against some aggro decks. We were able to play against some mid-rangey decks. The mono white token control deck, we literally just kind of didn't even care about what they were doing and went off. So like, yeah, it's a pretty strong deck still, and we really only added one uncommon over the last couple sets. I mean, we have an uncommon from Marvel Superheroes. We had Interdimensional Web Watch from Spider-Man, so that's a while ago. And then I guess the Michelangelo's technique from Ninja Turtles. Otherwise, this deck mostly looks like it did 4 sets ago, right? Like, you could just play this as is if you have all the parts. The lands just slowly got better for this list. So yeah, this is actually pretty fun. I would say if you have the parts, go ahead and dig it up and play it. Give it a go. If you don't, I wouldn't go out of my way for it because there's a lot of pieces here that I don't know if we'd be playing in other decks, and some that could be rotating before too long. Because, you know, Temur Battlecrier, the Trailblazer, Devastating Onslaught, these are the Web Watch, right? These are cards that just aren't showing up in a lot of lists. So you don't necessarily want to spend resources, whether that's wild cards or cash, on those, because you want to spend them on things that tend to go in more than one list, unless you're going to build this deck and this is the style of deck you like, and you're just going to play it for till through the end of the year or whatever, right? And if that's the case, yeah, go ham. You still have, what, 6 months almost? 5.5 months? Go have fun with it. Enjoy it. Oh, and also let me throw in that anything that does reanimator stuff, unless you combo on the spot, you're probably not going to win those games. So you need to be trying to go off on either turn 4 or 5, because you probably don't have a game after that. So just something to keep in mind if you see anybody just dropping stuff into the graveyards. Otherwise, those are probably going to end up losses. But otherwise, nah, I'd probably wait on this one. But I'm going to leave the list on Moxfield either way for y'all to go try out, give it a go. But as always, that's all I have you for now. We'll see you next time.